right. Hello, everybody. My name is Anna Richards, and I am a second year student in the MA Serial Storytelling program at the IFS. So this presentation is a little bit different since it's from a student perspective and my personal experience. But a little bit about me to get started. I'm from the United States. I studied film production in my undergrad, and then I moved to Los Angeles and worked in the film industry in visual effects for 3 years before I found out about this program and moved to Cologne last August 2023. I worked in kind of new technology for film and games, but I really wanted to return to the core of storytelling, the writing, and that's how I ended up in this serial storytelling program at the IFS. Um, I found this program through just searching the internet for different serial or TV writing programs in Europe because I wanted to experience something new and different than what was in my home country. And the uniqueness of this program really stood out to me because studying series writing with an international group of writers was something that would be new and different. And I think writing is such a unique art form, especially TV writing, because you really have to put yourself out there and learn from other people while also learning a lot about yourself in the process. And I thought, what better way to do that than halfway around the world? So that's how I ended up as an international student. So to tell you a little bit about the MA Serial Storytelling program, it is Europe's first and only international master's program focusing on collaborative writing for series. We focus on serial narration for television and digital platforms, and we work with series creators, script consultants, and media scholars to develop our own series concepts. Our practical work studies serial dramaturgy, character development, and the writer's room model. Um, and our learning targets are really story development skills, collaboration techniques, like I said, in the US model of the writer's room, and the innovative approach of artistic research. I would say that the program is very forward-looking with various mediums of serial storytelling being explored, including interactive storytelling as well as comics and daily dramas. Our main focus is on TV writing specifically, but we also touch on different forms of storytelling in different mediums. And I think the program really keeps an eye on recent trends for societal trends as well as technological trends within the series market, including emphasizing social responsibility in serial storytelling, as well as using new technologies such as AI. We recently had a 2.5 day seminar on AI and the implications of using AI in writing, but also how it can help writers and just staying on top of those type of trends. We look at the craft of storytelling from a very hands-on and practical perspective, as well as theoretical and research-based perspectives as well. The length of the program is 2 years, and it is located in Cologne. And as much as I love serial storytelling, I've also really fallen in love with the city of Cologne and living here. It's a very beautiful city to live in. The Germans will say it's not the most architecturally beautiful in Germany, but the people here are really lovely, and it's known as like the friendliest city in Germany. And I can really understand why. I've met a lot of great people here. And there's a lot of nightlife, multiple universities, so plenty of students, as well as an art scene and beautiful parks, as well as located very centrally. Before I moved here, I'd never been to Germany and I'd never been to Europe either. And in my time here, I have gotten to travel to Belgium and the UK and Italy and Portugal as well. So that's been a huge plus for me as an international student, being able to experience different places. So now I will give a little overview of, one moment. just my overall experience in the program, starting with the first semester till where I'm at now, which is in the midst of the third semester, and then looking ahead until what the final semester looks like in this program. So we kicked off our first semester of the program with really getting to know our cohort, since these are the people that we're spending 2 years with and writing with and sharing very intimate and personal details with through the writing process. My cohort has students from the USA, of course, as well as Belarus, Pakistan, Bulgaria, Italy, Serbia, Montenegro, and of course, Germany. We're sort of split into two tracks. There's the German track as well as English track. We spend almost all of our time together, and all of our seminars are in English together. But for certain assignments, the German track writes in German so that they have finished writing pieces in their native language. And then the rest of us are writing in English. And my class has a huge range of backgrounds, including people who have worked in journalism, marketing, on-set script supervision, music videos, art direction, and then myself having worked in visual effects. And one of my classmates even worked in architecture before. So it's a very interesting range of professional backgrounds. I'll have some professional experience in film or video production in some way, but it's still just a very interesting group of people. And I think all of the previous cohorts as well have been a very diverse mix of countries, cultures, and professional backgrounds. Um, and back to that first semester. So after we got to know each other, we immediately jumped into a series of lectures from various guest lecturers, including Morgan Gendel, who is a writer on Star Trek, and Andreas Furman, who was a writer on the Australian daily drama Neighbours, which is very well known, as well as many other lecturers. And these lectures really set us up into our first project, which was our web series project. And this was our first time working in small groups and testing the waters of a small writer's room experience for a short form series, a web series, so about 10 to 15-minute episodes. And we had guidance of mentors during that process as well. And months later in June, we ended up pitching these series at Serienkamp in Cologne, which was a great experience. You can see the picture on the right in my slide. That's me and my group on stage pitching our project. And it was just a great experience being on stage for the first time, pitching our work, having a microphone, and talking about our project. And I think this program, there are a lot of opportunities to pitch throughout. Every time we finish a group project, we have pitching sessions with producers who come to the university and give us real industry feedback on our pitches, as well as getting to pitch. Well, we got to pitch this web series at Serienkamp, and then in the final semester, we pitch our final master's projects individually at Serienkamp as well to an audience of professional writers, producers, broadcasters, the whole gamut of people working in the series industry in Germany and abroad. Back to the semester. At the conclusion of the first semester, we wrote our first full-length script, which was our spec script, which means writing a script for an existing TV show, especially a procedural TV show. And I was mentored by Juliana Lima, who wrote on 1899 and Maxton Hall. So that was a great experience getting feedback from a professional in the industry who's writing on Netflix and Amazon shows. And then we rolled into our second semester, which was the huge writer's room experience, where we fully learned how to write in a US model writer's room. And in that experience, we each group created a TV show in 6 weeks under the guidance of an experienced industry showrunner. The showrunner for my group was Denise Harkavy, who's worked on The Expanse, Manhunt, How to Sell Drugs Online Fast, as well as a variety of other shows in Hollywood, as well as How to Sell Drugs in the German market. And this was the most intense but amazing part of the program so far. At the end of it, we had a show Bible, as well as 5 fully written episodes, 1 per student, as well as a fully plotted season from the first episode to the 8th episode. And you can see in the photo on the left, that is our writer's room, and we had all the note cards on the wall that plotted out all 8 episodes of our show. And it was a very mentally and emotionally intensive experience, but also just beautiful getting to know my classmates further and working together and working with a professional who encouraged us and let us explore ideas and also gave her own industry knowledge throughout the process. And at the end, we received one-on-one feedback from her. All of the groups did. And it was really insightful to hear feedback from someone who's been working in a writer's room for 10 plus years, as well as feedback on our final scripts that we turned in. And this project finished last June, and my group now in October is still meeting to rework our series and continue to pitch it to producers here in Germany. So it's still in the works. And after the writer's room experience, this summer we went into the one very traditionally academic project of this program, which is the research project. And in the research project, you can explore really any topic within serial storytelling and do academic research on it. So I conducted my research on adaptations and how first-person perspective novels are adapted into TV series and what techniques make them successful. And examples from my other classmates, someone studied video game adaptations, someone else studied like mental health and the portrayal of psychopathy in television series. So there was a wide range of what people covered in these research papers, and it was a very interesting process. Oh, and I should mention it's about a 15 to 20 page research paper, so not super long, but still we put a lot of work into them. And I think by the end, people were quite excited about their topics and learned a lot. And that really brings us to today for my experience so far. We're now in our 3rd semester of the program, and we're in the early stages of our master's project, as well as getting started on our last group writer's room experience, in which producers from a German broadcaster, ZDF, will advise on a series that we'll work together on developing in another simulated writer's room experience. And tomorrow we're headed to European Series Day at the Cologne Film Festival, which will be great to learn more about the European market and get some networking in. In March, we go to Series Mania in France, which is another series festival, which is a huge network experience for us and meeting people in the industry, and which will hopefully lead to jobs once we graduate. And then in our final semester, the 4th semester, we are almost entirely focused on our master's project, in which we individually develop our own series concept and write the pilot for it. And then we will pitch our series on stage at Serienkamp in June to, again, an audience of producers, broadcasters, writers. Yeah. I think this program really provides a lot of different networking opportunities when it comes to bringing in guest lecturers that we get to talk with, Last week we had the head of Amazon TV come and talk to us and hear very in-depth insights into what Amazon Television is looking for in projects in Germany specifically. And then other experiences like the festivals that we go to, nighttime networking experiences. So there's a lot of just experiences to get to know people in the German market, as well as other European producers and some American writers, producers, and showrunners as well. Um, yeah, so as an international student, I will say there's a lot of steps to take in the process. I do recommend if you are considering the program and get accepted into the program, doing everything as early as you can and being very organized about it, like applying to dormitory housing in Cologne because it's difficult to find housing in Cologne, getting financing in order, and applying to visas in your home country if that's applicable. There's a lot of paperwork and steps to get settled in Germany, but it's all doable. And in my experience, it's fully worth it. I think if you're considering this program and are able to, I really recommend applying. I think there's no better way to develop as a writer than to get out of your comfort zone and work with new types of people. And series writing is it's collaborative, so what better way to learn than with a group of international and German people all working towards the same goal. So here's the last slide with links that'll probably be shared anyways. I also have the head of our program, Carolyn, on this Zoom, and if there's more specific questions about financing or application, she can answer those. And yeah, thank you for listening.